My name is Qayyum Shareef, and I work as a senior software engineer at Idea Labs. And I've been developing front-end applications, websites, and single-page applications from last couple of years. And I've always imagined myself solving problems, and um, it just makes me I'm obsessed with the idea of trying to solve a real-time problem using the software. So it's just a that is what I do. And let me share the screen. So this is the link what was shared by Yashank, and here you will find the challenge what we are going to do today. And this is I have created one folder, and here we have the assets, and here is the design folder, and here is the src folder. Right now it is empty, and we are going to write html, css, and javascript here in this folder. And here, as you can see, I have opened a readme here. And guys, are you familiar with the VS Code? Okay. So VS Code is the editor what we are going to use today for this session. And here is the challenge. Now, let me walk you through the challenge. Our challenge is to build a rock paper scissor game, and how that game should look like, and what colors we need to use, what fonts we need to use. For those purpose, we have already we are having a design here. Here is the preview of the entire project, entire game. We are going to have a options like rock, paper, and scissor, and we are going to play against the computer. And based on the player selection and house selection, we are going to decide whether it's a draw, win, or lose. And this is the overall um, screens of the uh, task. But if you like to look into it step by step, here is the step one. So in step one, it looks like this. We are going to have a screen with a title, rock, paper, scissor, and we have a score here. And we are going to present a user with these three options. Okay. And here we are having a rules button which shows how this game is played. In the step two, when user selects anything in step one, we are going to take user to next step, and whatever selection happened in previous step, we are going to show it like this. And computer is going to do a selection as well, and computer selection will be coming on the right side. And then based on the uh, this is how the selection looks like. And after that, we are going to decide whether it's a win or lose or a draw. And after, yes, this is how you lose looks like, and this is how win situation looks like. And you see we have a whoever wins, whether it's a computer or a player, we are going to highlight this selection like the circles. Okay. uh, so far, any questions you guys have, just feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be checking them, and whatever whichever question is more specific to the thing what we are discussing here, we'll pick it up and we'll try to address those questions. So after the challenge, the next thing is, here you can use any tools you like to help you to complete the challenge. So feel free to try out with the new things, and if you know other stuff like SCSS, you can also try that. And here is the what user should do. First is like view the optimum layout for the game depending on the device screen, and we are going to show the options. And then here's the third thing, like maintaining the state of the score after refreshing the browser. And here we are having rules. The rule is like when we win, we are going to gain 1 point, and if computer wins, we are going to lose 1 point. That's the rule. And the terms are like paper beats rock, rock beats scissor, and scissor beats paper. So this is how it's going to be. And here is a link. If you are not familiar with what rock paper scissor is, just feel free to go on that link, and you will be familiar with this game instantly. And this is how where you will find the design and all this stuff. So I hope you got to know what we are going to do today, and hope you are curious about the coding. So let us jump right into the coding, start coding this game. So first of all, as you can see, we are having a empty src folder here, and I'm going to use this option. So whenever I click on it, it gives me an option, and I'm going to write the file name index.html. So all right, we have a index file, and we are going to press shift and 1. Here is the emit snippet. We are going to hit enter, and there we go. We got the a sample HTML document here. And we are going to change the title, like RPS game. Feel free, whatever title you like to give, it's okay, it's up to you. And we are going to just uh, take a div here, and we are going to write hi mom, and that's it. Now I'm going to save this index file, and first of all we need to see how our file is looking like. So to open this file in browser, what we can do is like we can there are two ways. First is finding the file location in file explorer, and from there copying that relevant path and pasting it in URL. And that's just a tedious task to do, but I have a shortcut to open HTML files right in the browser. So I want you guys to take a note of this live server. This is the extension we are going to use to open our HTML files in browser. So I have already installed this extension. So after installing this extension, you are going to get a, whenever you do a right click, you are going to see an option like open with live server. Just select that option, and it's going to open that HTML file in browser. And as you can see, it is having 5001 port here, and there you go, it just works. So as you can see, we have here hi mom, and that same thing is coming in the browser also. So let us start working on our actual application. So first what we'll do is like we'll refer to the step 1. Here is the step 1, what it looks like. And guys, one more thing here. If you see, we are also having a style guide here. So you might be wondering how I'm going to get the background color and what is the border color and all this stuff. You don't need to worry. We got you covered, everyone. So here is the layout and the colors for rock, paper, and scissor. And these are the some other colors. And this is the background color. So the background, what we are seeing in the step one here, you can check that. You can take those hex code from here and use it in css. And this is the link for a to a google fonts, and you can link this font also. So feel free to check the style guide and read me. These two are the important stuff. And whenever you feel like you have a doubt, just check that out. I have covered most of the things in these two files. All right, so now our goal is to design the step one here. So what we are going to do is, like, we have a body and we are going to use a main. And here we are going to give a class. So class is like main container, and we are going to just give a output like this is main container. That's it. And now what we are going to do is, like, we are going to save it and see what we did is coming in the browser. And we have given a class here, but we did not create, we have not yet created a styles file for us. So let us create one styles.css. Styles.css, we are going to work with css, not css. So once we create the styles file, let us take the class name from here, and we are going to mention that class name. And just to test whether our styles are working, we are going to apply a background, and the color is going to be blue violet. Let us save these styles and let us see if these styles are reflecting in browser. Oh, so let us refresh. Okay, so it seems that our styles are not reflecting here. So okay, do you know what the why it is not reflecting? Is because we just created these styles, but we have not linked this style with our html. So let us go ahead and link the style sheet. Just when you type the link, you are going to see a options here. So click on that link, css, and we are going to give a href of styles.css. Let's just save this html file and see if our styles are reflecting. There we go. We have given a some color, and that color is reflecting here, so that's good. Now we are going to write some default styles for all the elements. So to select all the elements, just press star, and then padding, it's going to be 0, margin 0, and box sizing border box. That's it. Hit save, and there you go. Previously there was some extra space between the this container on the left and right side, and at the top side of this container. So we just removed that by applying the styles. And now let us see what this design is in our step one. So step one, we are having the background like a full screen, and we are having a top bar, and we are having a three options. So let us first create the background effect. For that, we are going to add the minimum height. It's going to be 100 ph, and background is going to be radial gradient, and it's going to be circle. And we are going to get the color codes from the styles guide. We are going to copy first one and paste it here, and we are going to copy the next one, and let me save this file. And there you go, we got the full screen background as it was in as it is in our step one. So we got the background. Now we will try to design the stop bar. Okay, so for that, I'm going to remove this main container, and let me take a div, and in that div, let us see what we are having. We are having a we are having three words here: rock, paper, scissor, and it is on left side, and on the right hand side we are going to have a score. So to have those two things, I'm going to take further two sections, and here I'm going to take a paragraph, and I'm going to write a rock, and I'm going to replicate it two more times. Next one is paper, and third one is scissors. All right, so we got this, and next thing is score, and we are going to give a some placeholder kind of score, and it's going to be paragraph score, and as of now we are going to give some like 12. So let's just save all this stuff and see how it is coming on the view. So if you guys are wondering where all these stuff, we are you are not able to see all the stuff, it's because the font size, the color uh, is by default it is black. That's why uh, all those things are not coming. So let me change to F, and see, we have written everything, and it is coming like this: rock, paper, scissors, scores, and the score count. So let us try to convert all these things as we got here in wireframe. I mean the step one. So to do that, we need to have some styles. So let me write a comment here so that when the style, when this file grows, we don't uh, miss anything. So this is going to be top container, and here we are going to have a class like top container, and this class we are going to copy it, and we are going to uh, mention that class name here, and for that we are going to use flexbox. So display will be flex, and justify content will be space between, and align items is going to center, and we are going to have a padding, and it's going to be of 20 pixels. Let us save these things, and let me refresh. So as you can see, we got rock, paper, scissors here, and score is going to be 12, but it is all the way, these two things are like far apart from each other. So let us do something to make them come a little bit closer. For that, we are going to use the width property, and we are going to have a width of 500 pixels. Let us save that. Okay, so yes, we got the top section, but It is not in middle, it is on the left hand side. So let us try to align it in middle. So to align the this to align this top container in the middle of the page, we need to work with the main container. So we are going to apply styles and it's going to reflect in top container. So for that, we'll go to main container and we are going to use the display flex. And here a flex direction is going to be column, and justify align items will be center, and justify content is also going to be center. So let us see what happens when we apply these styles. Okay, so now after applying those styles, it looks like our top bar is perfectly in center, but we want to make it uh, in center, but it should stay at top, right? So for that, when we use justify flex direction as column, we are going to change the align items. Change it. It's flex start. Okay. Uh, Seems like we need to change justify center, justify content. So there we go. We got the top bar, but let us see how it is looking in our step one. So it is having a little bit stay space from the top, top of the screen. So let us add some margin top. So we are going to add a margin top of 32 pixels. Let us save that. Okay, so we got the spacing, but many things are missing, like the border is missing, and the font size for these rock paper scissors, and the styling for score is also missing. So let me just write the styles for all those things. Top container, and we are going to have a border. It's going to be 2 pixel solid, and we are going to take the border color from the styles guide, and we are going to paste it here. And there we go, we got the bottom color and bottom border. I mean, we got the border. So let me open the DevTools and try to see. So whatever code we are writing in our editor, all those things we can see here. And from here, I'm going to select the main container, and I'm going to select the top container here. Okay, so we got the border, and what we can do is like we can write styles here and see how those styles are reflecting right here in the browser. What we are doing until now is like we are writing styles in our CSS, and we are saving those things, and then only these things are going to reflect in browser. What we can do is like we can directly write style here, like border radius, and we are going to give it a 16 pixel. So as you can see, we got a 16 pixels of border, and this is how it looks. So let us see our screenshot and see. Okay, so it looks like we got the border. Let me play with the border radius. Okay, 12 pixel looks good. So we are going to copy the border radius here, and we are going to apply the same thing in our styles. Okay, let me save that, and even if we refresh, the styles are going to be there. It's not going to be vanished. So whatever styles you write in browser DevTools, after refresh, those styles are going to be vanish. So make sure that you take it and you put them in your files before you refresh. So it seems like we got one question, and please know if I can get a recording of this session. Okay. I think Yashank is going to answer to this question. Thanks for asking, Sakshi, and I think you will be getting a recording, so don't worry. All right, so we got the top section, but still our titles are not as per the screenshot. I mean, as per the step one. So let us change the styles for our titles. So to do that, I'm going to take the styles. I'm going to first write the classes here, title, and we are going to apply the same class to all these three things, and we are going to take it and we are going to write a class for title. So color is going to be white, and font size, let us assume that is 24. Font weight is bold. Let me save these files, and there we go. We got the styles. So let me check how those things in browser here. So it looks like the font what we are having here is a little bit different. So let's go ahead here in styles file, and let us modify the this area. We are going to remove the color here, and we are going to add a font family, and it's going to be Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. Let us just save that and see. Okay, so much better. We got the fonts. I mean, we got the titles here. So let me just try to see if we can increase it a little bit. Okay, so 26 looks good. I'm also going to do the same here. Instead of 24, we'll apply 26. And let's just save that. And here we have a score. So for that score, we are going to have a score card. And here we are going to have a class name, score label, and this is going to be the ID, not a class, because down the line we are going to refer this, and based on the win or lose, we are going to apply a dynamic score count here. So for that purpose, I'm giving it an ID, and we can give it an ID like score count. So let me just write all these styles here. First is the score. It is the scorecard. Let me take it. So scorecard is having a is will be having a display as flex, and direction will be column, and align items. Everything will be in center, and its width is going to be here. It is taken as 100, but we are going to change it to 120, and we are going to have a background color, background as white, and we are going to have a border radius and margin. I think we don't need a margin. Let us save these things. Okay. All right, so we got a scorecard here, but it looks a little bit weird to me. Okay, so Okay, so we just need to style the score label also. So we are going to take the score label class, and we are going to use that class. And here we are going to apply the styles for those things. And I think we don't need a margin top. Instead, we need a margin bottom. And it's going to be a space between the actual score, and the label. So it's going to be a little bit like 4 pixel. Let us save that. Okay, so we got a score here, and let us take the color from the style guide. So we are going to take this color, and we are going to apply that color here. And let us save that. So as you can see, we have applied the color here, and let us change the styles for score count. So to select ID, we are going to take the hash, and we are going to copy this score count. So this score count is going to be having a font size of at least 26 pixel, and it's going to have a font weight pool, and there is no need for any margin. Let us see what styles we need to. Okay, we can take this dark text code, and we can use it here. So let's just save that, and there we go. We got a score count here. Okay. So we got the width. Let me try to minimize it a little bit, like 110, and see how it looks. Okay, so when I give width and height as 110 pixel, it looks good. So let's just take it from there, and we are going to use it here. Just save it, and as you can see, we have designed the top bar as it was. It looks a little bit different, like score here with there is a little bit difference in the score font size, and let us address that. So we are going to change the font size, and we are going to change the font weight also. Here we'll just use 400, and let us copy the styles from the browser, and we are going to use the same styles in here. And we are going to increase a little bit font size for score count also. Instead of 26, let us try with 32. And as you can see, we got a score here. Now let us proceed to design these rock paper and scissor buttons here. So for that, we are going to take the game container, and it's going to be, we are going to take a div for that, and in that div we are going to create these three the rock paper and scissor. uh, those three things. So for that, let us take one. Let me. This is going to be rock, and next one is going to be paper, and another one is going to be scissors. So this game container, for let us give it a class game container, and we are going to take this class, and we are going to apply the styles. So game container, it's going to be this section, this div is going to hold the rock, paper, and scissor. So for this one, if you see, we have a different border to all these three things, and we have a triangle here, which is connecting these three things. So for that, we have an assets, like there is a background triangle SVG. All these assets are in SVG format, and we can use the icon paper, icon rock, and icon scissors. So let me just write a styles for those things. So we got the rock here. So I'm going to take the styles. We are not going to mention any name. We are just going to mention the image, and source is going to be the one moment, assets, and then it's going to be icon rock. And we are going to image, we are not going to apply any class to it, and we are going to apply an ID, not to image but to div. So here we got the asset for image for rock, and the ID is going to be attached to the div element, and same thing we are going to do for paper. Let's just copy paste the image from the rock here. Let us copy paste the another time. So now we are going to change the icon name here. Instead of rock, we are going to make it as paper. And in place of here rock, in place of that, we are going to make it as scissors. SCISSORS. So okay, so we have these images with us, and we are going to okay, we are going to have a class name, and class name is going to be icon, and the same class we are going to apply to all these three elements. So let's just save these things, and let us refresh. And as you can see, we got the rock, paper, and scissor, but those are not at all organized. So let's just write a design, I mean styles for the game container. So game container uh, background, it's going to be the URL. So we are going to refer to background triangle SVG, and background image, background repeat, there is no repeat. Background position is going to be center, and background size, it's going to be contain. And for this container, the width is going to be 600 pixels, and the height is going to be 400 pixels. So let's just save these things, and as you can see, we got the background here, background triangle here, but it is very near to the top part. So what we are going to do is, like, we are going to select this container and we are going to apply a margin top, like 60 pixels. No, I think we can apply more. And okay, 110. Okay, 110 looks good. So we are going to copy this style, and we are going to paste it here. Okay, so we got the game container, and now we have, since we have given icon as the styles, so we are going to apply access the icon here like this, and we are going to apply the styles for icons. So it is suggesting something, but I don't want to go with it. Okay, so we can remove margin top, background. Okay, white, it's good. And for width and height, we are going to use 200 pixels of width and 200 pixels of height. Background is white. Border radius. Border radius needs to be 50%, so that it creates the circle effect. And these, again, we are going to use display flex with justify center and items as center. It's going to place the icon right in the center. So let us save that. And as you can see, we got all these three icons, but if you see in step one, these icons needs to wrap with the different borders, and they are positions like at the edge of each triangle, at each corner of triangle. So we are going to position all these items like the way it is in the screenshot. So to do that, we are going to write a specific class, rock paper and scissors. Let us copy that. And for rock, we are having, for rock, we are having a background as red. So what we can do is, like, border color is the red one. So border 26 pixels. It is thick, so I'm assuming that it is 26 pixels, and its style is solid. And we are going to take the background color from the styles guide. Let me just take this color, and we are going to mention it after solid. Let us do the same thing. Let us take the paper, and we are going to use the same border, but we are going to give it a different color. So paper color is this one. So we are going to replace the hex code here to paper, and we are going to take the next class, scissors. And we are going to do the same thing. You can copy paste the code. No one is going to judge you. And we can take it, the hex code from here, and we can replace it. Let me save these things, and as you can see, we got the border like the way it is in wireframe, I mean in screenshot. Now we are going to position all these three elements on the each side of the rectangle. So to do that, we are going to first see how our structure is. So this is the structure, and since we need to do position using absolute positions, so to do that, the container is needs to be relative. So we are going to go to game container. Game, game container. Okay. So now we are going to make it as position relative, and we are going to go to rock. We are going to make it position absolute. Left is going to be 0, and top is going to be 0. And for paper, we are going to position is give a absolute position, but in place of left, we are going to give it a right as 0. And for scissors, we are going to start with left 0 and bottom is going to be 0. So let me save these. So as you can see, we got a all these three elements are positioned at the you know, edge of the screen, but not at the edge of the that our rectangle. So let me see what's wrong here. Okay, so we got the game container here, and we are going to see what's wrong with the styles. We save that, and okay, so I think it was a typo in our class name, so it got that's okay. We face these kind of situations when we do you know, coding, and we need to see what's wrong with with the styles, and should be able to figure it out and, you know, fix the problem. So that's the main intention for doing everything live. And so let us make these two things position in a perfect way. So let us select the rock, and I'm going to modify the top property. So when we modify it, you see it is moving up. So let me move it more. Okay, I feel like top -62 is okay. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it here in our rock as top -62. And we are going to select paper here, and in paper again we are going to, okay, so we can use the same -62 for paper also. And when it comes to scissor, we can do one thing is like we need to position it right in the middle. So what we can do is like we can use the percentage, like making it move 50% far from the left side. And let us save these things. So after positioning of rock and paper, the scissors are, you know, it is let me show you. So this is the box of, or the highlighted with the blue border, that is the game container. And 50% is like from this border up to here is the 50% the distance. So we are going to translate this scissor to -50%, so that it would appear right in the middle. So to do that, I'm going to use the transform translate. I'm going to do x -50. So when you do -50, it's going to move -50% on the x-axis, and it's going to position itself in center. So that's how we are going. This game is looks like. So I think we are okay. So the positions are different, but what the idea is to have three options at the each corner of the triangle, and we did that, but it's okay, the positions are different. So now what we are going to do is like we are going to see what is the step two. So step two is like we have a we have a whatever player selected, and that selection is here, and whatever house picked, that selection is going to be on the right side. So we are going to design the this screen, and for that uh, we need to attach a we need to attach a script file with our index. So I'm going to use the this file new file option, and I'm going to create a main.js. This is the script file. So let us link that with the HTML file. So to do that, we are going to use the script tag. So this is the script tag, and we are going to mention the source and index main.js. So how we are going to identify whether our script is connected with the HTML. So what we are going to do is like we are going to access the window, and we are going to access the alert, and we are just going to give a alert here. And let me save these things. And as you can see, whenever I refresh, I'm going to see a alert with the message, and it looks like we have connected the JavaScript file with HTML. So I'm going to remove these things, and in our file we are going to organize these files with the variables, and we are going to have a selectors. We will be selecting certain things from the HTML. So all those things we are going to list under selectors section, and we are going to have a event listeners, and we are going to have a functions, and that's it. So what variables we are going to have is like first of all, we are going to have a player score. So let me just write out all the variables. I'll explain you in a moment. So player score will be there, and then we have a house score we don't need. We need a player selection. Initially, it's going to be empty. Then we have a const. What is that? House options. And house options is going to be rock paper and scissor, and then we are going to have a house selection. So house selection is going to be empty. So the score after every game, we are going to keep it in track in this player score variable, and whatever selection done by the player, we are going to keep it inside player selection variable, and these are going to be the options for a for computer. We are referring it as a house, and whatever selections done by the house, we are going to capture it in this variable. So that's the variables. So now what we are going to do is like we are going to select the game container. We are going to refer it like we are going to call it as const game container. It's going to be document dot query selector, and we are going to mention the class name. And after listening to the game container, we are after selecting that game container, we are going to add the whenever the selection happens, we need to hide the triangle with all these three options, and we need to show a different screen. So for that purpose, we have selected game container. The way we did game selected game container, the same way we are going to select rock, paper, and the scissors, these three things. So let me go here and const rock. So we are going to select paper here. So guys, here uh, we are having a document.query selector, and we have been uh, repeating the same thing again and again. So what we can do is like we can extract these same thing in a function. Like I'm going to write a function here. So it's going to be a dollar, and it's just a arrow function. And we are going to have a document.query selector, and here we are going to pass these selectors dynamically. So we are going to pass it as here. So what we can do is like now, since we have made the is like a utility function. So what we can do is like instead of repeating document.query selector every time to select an element, we can just remove it, and we can mention a dollar here, and that's all. It's going to pass the game container to this parameter, and from there it will be passed as a parameter to query selector function. So again, we are going to remove here also, and we are going to use same notation with paper. So as you can see, we got game, we got rock, we got paper, but we are missing scissors. So we got scissors, and to all these three things, rock, paper, and scissor, we are going to attach a event listener to those things. So rock dot add event listener, and we are going to have a function here, like a uh, handle player selection, and we are going to pass a parameter to the function, and we are going to pass since the event listener is attached to rock, we are going to pass a rock here, and same thing we are going to do a copy paste 3 times, and we are going to change rock with paper, and here also we are going to change it as paper, and for scissors we are going to change it scissors. So as you can see, we have attached the event listeners, but we have not yet defined the handle player selection until now. So let us go ahead and define the function to handle player selection. And here we'll take the selection as the parameter, as the argument. And here is going to be the whenever user clicks on any of these three options, we are going to fire the handle pair selection event, and we are going to pass different option based on the user selection, and from there we are going to get that selected option as a argument to this function. And here, from here we are going to save that selection inside the player selection. Later on it will be handy for us to compare what computer has selected. So for that we just access the player selection, so we don't need this stuff. So we got the player selection from the top variable, and we are going to assign the argument here. And now what we are going to do is like after the selection happens, what we need to do is like we need to show a different view. let us see the step 2. In step 2, we need to show the you pick item and the house pick item. So for that, let us hide our let us hide these three options in the JavaScript after right after the selection happens. So to do that, we are going to access game container, and in game container we are going to access the style dot we are going to access the display property, and we are going to make it as none. So right now what we have done is like we connected the JavaScript file, and we defined some variables. We selected certain things from the HTML, and we have added the event listeners. And now our expectation is when anything got selected on the view, the game container should be hidden. So let us save into all these things, and let me refresh the page here, and let us try to select. Okay, so there you go. Whenever we select anything, it's just getting hidden. So I've selected paper. Now I'm going to refresh it again, and I'm going to select the scissors now. So it is hidden. So what we are going to do is now we are going to write the another take the another container. So we are going to design the step 2, this part. So for that, let me design those things little. Okay, so we are going to have a container. It's going to be the selected container, and here if you look at the step 2, we are having a you pick as the title, and then we are having the actual user selected options. So for that, we are going to create a two divs. This is going to be user selection. So I'm going to let us remove the title, and here we'll name it as you picked. And I'll just leave it like that, and I'm going to copy it one more time, and I'm going to paste it. Then we have the house picked here. So let us rename it. Let us change the paragraph like the house picked. So one more thing here, um, the letter, all the letters are in uppercase. So we are going to manage it via CSS. So we don't need to worry about what we are writing in HTML. I'll just show you a simple trick to convert everything in uppercase. So let us save that and see after selection. So did you guys notice here we have a U pick and the house pick text here, but it is again in black color, so it might be not visible. Uh, it is here. So let me just write the styles for that. Mm, okay, so we are going to write the styles. This class is going to be selected container, and I'm going to refer the same thing in the styles file, selected container, and after that we are going to have a class uh, Okay. So we are going to give it a ID as user pick container, and we are going to give the change the name, and we are going to replace the user with house pick container. So this is going to be the IDs, and later on we are going to select these elements in HTML and in JavaScript, and we are going to add the user selected options dynamically. So whatever user selected in step one, that will be previewed in step two automatically. So for that, let me save these things, and let me go back to browser here. Let us click somewhere, and okay, so we got it here, and we are going to have a pick title. Okay, so we are going to write styles for the pick title also. So before that, let us let us write the styles for the container. So width of the container is going to be 100 pixels, and we are going to make it as display flex, and justify content is going to be the both of them will going to be in center. And if you remember, we have applied the margin top for game container, so we are going to copy that, and we are going to have the same spacing from the top for selected container also. That's it. And what we need, okay, so we got it. So pick title, it's going to have a color as white, font size the 20 pixel, and there is going to be a margin bottom, but not 32. It's going to be 16 pixels, and font weight is going to be the 400. Let us try with that, and let us write a text transform, and we are going to transform the entire content with the uppercase. So let us save that. Let us select any option. So here we go. We got the options here, selected options, but and those options are in different place. Okay, user pick container. Okay, one moment. Okay, so this is the extra F which I have added. Okay, let us remove that and see. Okay, so we got the you pick and the house pick, both of those titles here, and those are all in uppercase, but there is no gap in between them. So what we can do is like we can select the selected container, and we are just going to, since it is having display flex, we are going to apply a gap of, let us see, 20 pixels. Let us increase a little bit more. Okay, so it is 90. So let me take that 90 pixels of gap, and we are going to go to selected container, and we are going to apply the same gap here. Let us save that and refresh the browser. And as you can see, we got the space between these two options, these two titles. And now what user selected in previous screen, we are going to show it here, right here. So to do that, we are going to we need to go to JavaScript, and here we got uh, the event which tell us that okay, user has selected something. So before we jump into add those things, first of all we need to select those things from the HTML. So for that, first of all, we got the user pick container here. We are going to copy that, and we are going to capture that container here. For that, we are going to use the dollar our selector shortcut, and we are going to mention the user pick container, and since it's an ID, we need to give it a hash, and then we are going to have the same for house pick container. In place of user pick container, we are just going to replace it with the house. Okay, so now after we got we selected these two containers, what we are going to do is like we are going to attach the selected container from the first step to second step. So to do that, what we are going to do is like we are going to write a function, another function here, and it's going to be handle user pick. So it's going to take the selection, and what we are going to do is like we are going to create an element basically, and it's going to be a div, and then we are going to add a class. So since it's an we have defined the class like icon here with the icon name. So we are going to use the same class as the icon, and we are going to attach the see we got the wait one moment in class. Okay, so we got the rock paper and scissor, so we are going to attach the rock and paper classes. So first of all, what we do is like we'll just attach a rock class and see how it looks. So after creating this element, we are going to append this element to the user pick container. So we are going to access that user pick container dot uh, append child. We are going to add this element, and we are going to call this our handle user pick a function here, but we are passing selection to it, but we are not accessing that selection, but it will make sense. Just give me bear with me. So right now let us refresh the page, and let us select say anything. So okay, so we got the selected element. It is having the rock styles, but this position is not at all suitable for us. So what we are going to do is like we are going to write a different styles for position. So we are going to split the position styles. So we have the reference project here. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to copy the rock position styles. Just a we are just having a position styles like position and left and top. All these things we are placing it in a separate place. So at that time we have used 62, but here we are using 0 and 62. That's okay, and we are going to remove the styles from here, and the same way we are going to use the paper position. and we are going to copy these styles to a separate class, and we are going to use the scissors position also. And we are going to copy it from here, and we are going to replace it here like this. Okay, so we got the position classes separated with the from the border, so that the position will not be affected when we are trying to reuse the same classes in step 2. So for that, we'll just go back here, and we're just going to refer those classes here. Rock position, same way we copy, and we are going to apply it to paper. We are just going to rename it like paper, and here also we are going to name it rename it as a scissors. And we need to have a different alt text. For paper it is paper, and for scissors it is scissors. All right, let's just save everything and let us go back to browser. So nothing break, we just separated the position styles with the browser, but still everything looks good. And when we select anything, so as you can see, we are having the styles, like we have not used the selected argument. That's why every time we are going to see the rock styles. So even if we select a scissor, different thing, we are going to still see the rock. So we are going to change that behavior in a moment. So what we are going to do is, like, we are going to take the selection here, and we are going to pass that selection here. So once we do that, and whenever you select paper, you are going to see the styles related to paper. And let us go back, refresh. It will take us to step 1. Select scissor, it will take you, it will show you the scissor specific styles. So it's same happening with the rock. So right now, with there is no image, there is no icon in the selection. So we are going to change that behavior also in from the reference project. What we are going to do is, like, I have already done these things. So what we are going to do is that we are going to reuse the function. I'll just explain you this function in a moment. So here we are having a we are having a get image function here. It also takes selection as a parameter, and it creates an image element, and it creates the it fetch the that particular image from the assets, and it's going to attach the alt text to that image, and it's going to return that element. So what we are going to do is, like, let us go back here, and in player pick, see here we are attaching the attaching the element like this. So we'll go here, and before we attach the actual element, we are going to, so let us rename this with pick element. So pick element, so this pick element is going to have a div, and it's going to have an icon class. Then whatever selection happened, based on that, rock paper and scissors is going to have that specific class, and this is how it's going to get the border. And to same element, we are going to get the image. And image also, since you see, we are using here dollar notation. So this is a backticks. We are going one step, one directly above, up from our current location. Then we are accessing the icon. So then whatever selection happened, we are going to mention it here. So based on that selection, it's going to pick up the right SVG. and we are going to return this image, and that image will be applied here. And in user pick container, we are going to append that child, append that this entire div as a child here. So let me save that, and let us see, when we select paper, we are going to see the paper here, but what happens? Okay, so paper, seems like what we have done is like it is breaking somewhere in middle. So let me just figure it out. Pick element is there. Okay, pen child, get image. Okay, selection is there. Let me just take the reference from the reference place. Um, So pick element is the div, and we have the class. Okay, let me just comment out the image and see with the, okay. So okay, you got the problem. So issue is like we are appending a wrong element here. It has to be the pick element, not the element, because there is no element in the in this context. So let us save that, and let us select anything like paper. We are going to see the paper here. So let me refresh the entire screen. We are on step one, and when we select rock, it's going to be rock here. Now, now what we need to do is like we need to have a house selection as well. So for that, we are handling the user pick the same way. We are going to handle the here we are going to handle the house pick. So I'm going to explain this function in a moment. So handle user pick. So the same way we are going to house pick. So we are handling the house pick here. So we are going to access the random. So math.random is going to return a value from 0 to 1, and we are going to multiply it with the value from, we suppose we need to pick up a random number from 0 to 3. So we are going to mention the 0 here, like 3 here, like this. So it's going to floor that the result of math dot random with multiplied with 3. So floor means, suppose the result is like 2.5, is going to make it scale, make that result to scale down and make it as 2. So using that random pick, we have the house options defined here, and from here we are going to mention the random pick here like this. So whatever the house selection is there, house selection is here. House selection is whatever option is selected by the computer randomly, we are going to store it in the house selection. So after storing that thing in house selection, again we are creating a div like we created in a user pick scenario. We are going to have an ID. We are going to have a icon class. We are going to have a house selection, and we are going to have a the image also is going to be there, and we are going to take the house pick container. This container we are referencing it here, and we are going to attach we are going to make it as a display as flex. So right now what we'll do is like we will going to call this handle pick house pick function. So we are going to, after user pick, we are going to call it as house pick. So guys, one more thing here, we don't need to pass selection here, because whatever is selected by the player, we are handling it in player selection. So we don't need that. So we can directly mention the player selection. But also we can mention the player selection. and based on the selection what we pass to get image, it's going to return the proper icon for us. So we have the user selection scenario here, and in this function we are handling the whatever pick is done by the computer in a random way. So let us save that and let us see how it's going to be like. So I'm going to select the rock here, and as you can see, we got the user also selected, but it is not as per the step 2, and it is having a different styles. And let us see what we can do. It's like we are going to select the house with container, and since it is having a display flex, because we have mentioned the styles here, but there is no actual styles defined for that section in the styles file. So for that, we are going to go to HTML, and we are going to access the house pick container, and we are going to go to styles. So this container, first of all, it's going to be like a display is going to be flex, and its direction is going to be column, and the items is going to be center. Justify content, it's going to be flex start, and items it's going to be center. So let me save that, and so let me save everything here. And after the house pick container, let us refresh the application, and let us select the rock. Okay, we got some styles. Okay, so the thing here is we are having an ID here, and we have mentioned a class. So we change it to ID notation. Let us save that, and there we go. We got the ID. We got the styles for the house pick, and so we are going to write the styles for a user pick container also. So we are just going to copy that, and we are going to mention those styles like this. 1 second. Okay, so now we got the flex direction is column start. Flex start is the justify content, and align items will be center. Let us save that, and when you refresh, let us select any item here. Let me see what's wrong here. Okay, user pick container. Okay, so it is, we need to change the name. So user pick container, let us save that. And as you can see, this pick upick is also come aligns in the center. So user pick container, and we have a house pick container. So once we have these two things, now if you see, I'll show you one situation. Right, would be select any option from the step 1, the house pick is also coming instantly. So it's just a like more instant, what instantly things are happening more instantly. What we can do is like we can add a little bit delay, so that it makes a better user experience. So for that, we'll just go back to main.js, and we are going to write a timeout function here. And here we are going to mention just 1 second. So these in timeout function, it's going to take two arguments. One is as you can see here in the handler is the time handler, and timeout is going to be number, but this number is going to be in milliseconds. So 1,000 millisecond means 1 second. So let me take the let me mention the house pick inside of the set timeout. So let us save that. Let us go back and let us refresh. And once you select any option, it's going to take 1 second, and then only the option is going to come on the screen. So that just makes a player curious that what selection is going to be from the computer side. So let us do that once again. So it just take 1 second, and then it will be coming on the view. So let me select paper once again. Okay. So now it got rock. Let me select that. Okay, now it got scissors. All right, so we got the pick, and now we need to write the logic to decide whether it's a draw or a win or a lose. So for that, we are just going to go to our reference project, and we are going to take this get result function. So let me just paste it here, and I'll just walk it through what we are doing here. We are having a function, and it is taking a two arguments. One is the player selection, and one is the house selection. So when player, suppose I selected rock and computer also selected rock, so it's going to be a draw situation. And apart from that, these are the scenarios where user is considered as a win. So player selection is rock, and you house selection is the scissor. Then in that scenario, and paper and rock, because paper beats rock and scissor beats paper. So in these three scenarios, user player is considered as win, and rest other scenarios player will going to be considered as a lose situation. So this is just the get a result function. Now we are going to use the get result function inside of the our print result. So to do that, first of all, we are going to reuse the print result function. We are going to take it from the reference project, and we are going to call it here. So here we have the result container. So let me just say that. Okay, so result container to show that whether a user is lose or user is user lost or user won. For so for that, we are going to create another container here, and we are going to take it as a div, and we are going to give it a id result container. And after that, let me see the take the reference of the result container here. So we are just going to use the result container like this, and here we are having a result container class, and then we are having a you win and play again. These two things we are going to mention here. And this play again is going to restart the whole game once again. So for that, we are going to we need these styles for result container, result text, and play again button. So for that, we'll just go to a reference project, and we are going to go to the reference result container. So here is the result container, result text, and the button play again. So we are going to copy all these styles from here. and we are going to reuse those things inside our styles file. Let me walk you through all these things. So a result container, it's going to be an absolute container. So the same thing applies to whenever we use the absolute position. So if to this div we are using absolute position, so the rule of thumb is like the parent div should have the position as relative. So we are going to go to selected container. We are going to go to selected container here, and we are going to mention position as relative. Then this position absolute is going to work. So after that, same, we are going to have a position left as 50% and top as 50%, and we are going to transform that element to the negative 50 and negative 50% from the x and y axis, so that will be in center. And initially it's going to be display none, and later on we are going to write a logic from the JavaScript to show this container, and direction is the column, justify content and align items will be center. We have some padding and gap is 20, and then we have a result text. We are going to refer this result text, and um, using the ID, we are going to attach the win or lose text to it. Here we have the styles. It is 42, font size 42, color is white, font weight is 600, and as you can see, we have used the transformation here once again, and it's going to transform everything into uppercase. And we got the styles for button here, and button styles are like padding, font size, line height. We have some letter spacing, we have word spacing, we have outline, we have border. There is no outline and border here, but there is a border radius. So these styles, these two styles what we have written here, is going to be there in, we are referring to the these things like you lose and you win situation. So once we let us go back to JavaScript, and let us connect all pieces together. So I see there's a lot of questions coming in the chat. Let me take try to take few of them. Okay, so it is okay. So let us go to the HTML file. So let us save the file here, and we are going to go to main.js, and from here we are going to get the result container first of all. So it's, we are going to access the result container. So we are going to have it like a hash, then result container. So it gives us the result container. So after that result container, we are going to make it as flex and select container. So this select container is, so we need a reference to the selected container, this one. So we need a reference, so then only we are going to change the display behavior for the selected container. So let us copy the class name. We are going to refer the this class in the JavaScript. So we are going to const select container, and we are going to use the class for select container. Once we have the select container, since we are applying gap to the selected container, what we can assume is like after selection happens, we are going to move the user pick and computer pick a little bit far apart from each other, so that we can show that the message for like this message you lose, and or as you win or you lose a message with the play again button. So for that purpose we have added a styles here, and after that we are having the result. So we are going to get the result with the player selection, and we are going to get the house selection. Let me remove the local storage. So here, when we have the result, we are going to check the result. If that result is win, then we are going to add a +1 to the score, and we are going to change the score count, and we are going to attach the player score, and we are going to add the class as win. Let me comment on this for a moment. And here is one thing: when the situation is like a losing one, then we are going to check whether a player score is greater than 0. Then only we are going to take one away from the score. Otherwise we are not going to do anything, because in the games there will be no negative score. So for that we have this check here. So right now we have not access, we don't have access to the to the uh, to the score count. So since it is having an ID, we are just going to copy that, and we are going to go here, and we are going to access that score count, and we are going to access that score count. So once we access this score count, we are going to attach the player score from the variable. So to do that, we are just going to take the score count, and we are going to take the inner text, and we are going to assign the player score. So once we done that, we did quite a lot of things in few steps. Let me just save everything so that we can see how our output is looking like. So we got the result. Okay, so let us save these things, and let us go back. Let us refresh the browser, and let me select the. Okay, so we got the selection what we selected, and we got the house selection here, but there is no count reflecting like whether we situation is like win or lose. So let me update the that situation like result. So for that, since we are having the house pick here, uh, we are we are going to write another timeout here. So in this timeout, it's going to be of again like a half second. So we need to mention like 500 milliseconds. So now we are going to uh, call the print result. What we are here, this print result. So we are going to call the print result inside the timeout. So when we call that print result, it's going to make that result container as flex, and then the styles will be applied for gap, and based on the result we are going to show change the score, and and we are going to access the result text is coming from the coming from here. So this result text is like having an ID, and we are going to access that ID from the selection from our selector utility, and we are going to assign the inner text. But before we assign that inner text, we are going to see whether the result is like a draw. then we are going to mention it as draw. Otherwise, we are going to mention the message like you lose or you win. So based on the result, it's going to work. So let me save these things, and let me refresh the page, and let us select the paper, and we selected the uh, rock is selected by the computer, but in this situation we won, but it is still not coming. Let me see what's wrong with the what's going on. We'll have a output soon. So print result is going to be here, and we are going to have a select container, and select container is the this guy. Okay, result container. Okay, so guys, as you can see, the result container is like a class here, but we referred it as a ID. So we are going to just remove that and refer it as a class. Let us save that, and let us go back. Let us refresh, and okay, so we got the situation like you win because we selected the paper, and the selection done by the computer is the rock. So, but what happens is like our styles are not getting applied. Means these two things are very close to each other, so that there is not enough space to show the message. So what we are going to do is like we are going to push the you picked and the house picked, these two items far apart from each other, so that you are going to see the you win or you lose situation. So for that, what we are going to do is like we are going to take the select container is here, and we are having the selected container class. So it is selected container. So let me just save that, and let me refresh. So as you can see, we got a little bit of movement here, but I think we need to have a little bit more spacing between the select and the let me just okay, so we'll increase a little bit spacing in between these two things. So for that, but there is one more thing. The you picked item is having a different width, and the house picked item is having a different width. So that is the reason the box is getting collided with the house pick container. So to override that, what we are going to do is like we'll be updating the styles. So we got button, we got the user pick container, and we got the house pick container. So for these two containers, we are going to have a consistent styling like 300 pixels for this one, and same styles for house pick container. Let us save that, and let us see. So as you can see, these two are having consistent width. That's the reason we are having a it is in middle you lose, and let us hide the styles. So we can increase a gap little bit, like from 234, let us increase to like 260. So what we are going to do is like we are going to go to JS file, and we are going to change here like 260. Let us save that, and let us refresh. So we got the rock. So the loose thing happened, and there is no like a delay. Everything is happening instantly. So what we are going to do is like we will change the timeout here from 5,000 to 1,000, and we are going to change apply the animation here. So here we have selected container. So for this selected container, what we are going to do is like we are going to apply transition, and we are going to apply the all and 0.5 seconds. Just change it to zero point 0.3, and let us save that, and let us go back. And now we are going to select the rock, and house pick will happen. And see, after the animation, the score has also been updated. So we won the existing I mean, rock obviously beats the paper scissor. So let us refresh, and let us try to select and some other thing. So house pick happened, and it's a draw. So let us refresh and select some other thing. So we win, and score is also updating properly. So now we are going to write a handle the play again scenario. So for that, first we are going to go to HTML, and in place of the score count as 12, we are going to give it as 0, and that's it. We'll just go back to the JavaScript file, and first of all, we are going to refer the selectors. So for that, we are going to const play again button, and we are going to refer that button. Let me get the class name like button play again. So what we'll do is like we'll just go to JS file, and we are going to refer that play button play again here, and we are going to attach a event listener. Uh, Play again button dot. We need to add the click event listener, and here it's going to be handle play again. Let us write the function for that play again once here. So in the play again, what we are going to do is like let us see here. We are having the play again. So in the play again, we are going to take user to back to step one, but the score is going to be consistent. Score is not going to change, and from there, after going to step one, again user is going to select, and then computer is going to select, and based on their selection, again we are going to update the score based on the win or lose situation. So for that, let us write a um, um, logic for that. So what we are going to do is like when a user started to select that, I mean user selection happens, after that we are displaying the game container as none. So we are going to change it to um, game container style as flex. Here I have written all the let us go back to the reference project, and from here we are having the situations like all these things. So we are going to copy the code from the reference project, and from here we are going to apply all the stuff here. So game container styles will be back to flex, and select container styles is going to be again none, it will be hidden. And we are having the variables at the top. If you remember, whatever selection happens by the player and the by the house, we are capturing that in these two variables. And when play again happens, we are going to reset those two variables to empty string. And here we have a player pick element. These two IDs are coming from these things, house pick element. And here we have not added that ID. Let me add it once, one moment. So we are going to take it from here, we are going to paste it here. And we will take the element ID from here, and we're going to mention the ID here. In place of house user element, we are going to attach player pick element. So this ID will be attached to as the element is get created. So this is the player pick element ID, and this ID belongs to house pick element. So once we're done that, we will be having these two things will be there. Like we are going to remove those two things, player pick element and house pick element. And house pick container we are going to apply as styles as none, and result container will also be as none. And select container will be having styles as back to AD, means the user selected option and computer selected option both are going to come close, and like the way it was happening just before when we show actual result. So result container, okay. So and I'm going to enable these two conditions which we commented out. So what we are going, what these things is like, based on the situation, like if the user wins the round, what we are going to do is like we are going to add the um, um, borders, like rounded borders around the selected option. So if user win, it's going to add the borders like to the user element. Otherwise it's going to add the house element. So we need the styles. So what we are going to do is like we will go to reference project. From there we will go to styles, and here is the win class. We are going to take that, and let me paste it here. I'll just explain you what those styles are referring to in a moment. So these styles are like box shadow. The first property is referring to horizontal offset, and next is referring to vertical offset. Third one is referring to the blur, and fourth one is referring to spread. So we are going to spread the box shadow starting from the 20 pixel, then 40, then 60 pixels. After that, fifth property is the color. So we have given 255, and after the we have some number here. So this number is referring uh, to the alpha value. So 0 0.9, 0 0.6, and 0 0.3. These three are the alpha values. So let me save that, and let us go back to view. Let me refresh the browser, and suppose let us select the rock. So house pick, and it's a draw. Let us play again. We'll select the paper. Okay, so once we done the paper selection, I think the views are not coming. So let us recreate that scenario once again. Okay, so we got the, okay, so the win class was referring to these circles around the option. So we got that, but for some reason when we played again, the selection is not happening. I mean, the game is not getting started. So for that, let us see where is the problem in our code. So we are handling the player selection here, and after the player selection, we are having the game container. Okay, so let us refer the code what we have written in our reference project. So for that, um, okay, so we need to wait to, since we hide the selected container, but we are not enabling that container again. So we are going to take the selected container, and we are going to apply its style as flex. What we are doing is like when we were selected container selected container, we are hiding that container when user is doing the play again option, but we are not again making it visible specifically. So that's the reason we were not able to see the options when we do the play again. So let us save that and let us try to play the game once again. So we got all the options here. Let us select the paper, and okay, it's a draw. Let us play again. I'm going to select rock. So we pick a rock. House also pick the rock, and there we go. We won this round. Let us play it again, and we are going to select scissor, and house also pick scissor for some reason. Let us play it again, and let us select the paper. Okay, so we lose this round, and as you can see, score was 1 and we lost that 1 point also. Let us play it again. We are going to select rock, and it's again we lose, but see, our score is not going in negative marking, because it's just not a right way to give a score for a player. So let us play it again. I'm going to select paper. It's a draw. Again paper. It's a draw. Come on. Again it's a draw. Okay, I'll change my selection. Scissor. Okay, so okay, I lost. Let me select scissors. Okay, again I lost. Come on. Okay. Finally, I won this round. So that's all in this session, guys. That is what our goal is like. But if you see, we still have quite one thing to do here. Here is the rules thing, and we have to when user is going to select the rules, what we need to do is like we need to show the model. So I'm just going to give you a reason to do. I want you guys to feel free to dive into the project and try to understand how we did these things and what problem we have faced and how we have fixed those problems, and practice try to design the rules model like this with a close option, and that's it for this session. So, and what we did here in the live coding session is like there might be some pixels here and there, but the whole intention to do hands-on in front of you guys is to make you aware that okay, so we got a problem and we need to see and we need to judge how we can solve a problem. That's the whole intention of doing everything in front of you guys. I hope you you enjoy the session as much as I enjoyed it explaining to you, and let us go to chat and see what questions you have. Feel free to ask questions. Okay. Okay, we have a quiz too, so there will be a quiz session. So there is one question which is like Sampika Saho, why you use hash? Okay, so I think you are referring to the selectors. Let me just close this one. Okay, so she's referring to okay, so she's referring to hash here. So whenever we are picking any element from the HTML and it is having an ID, that's when we specify the hash here. So if you take user pick container, so this container is having an ID in the HTML. Here is the user pick container. That's the reason we have used hash. And for other place like we have a, take the example of game container, it is having a dot before G, so it means that this is a class, and that's why we are using a dot before it. So I hope it answered your question, and let us take the next one. Okay, we share the course, so we should so the code is already shared with the as a link in the chat. Please go through that. You'll find a repository, and it will be having the assets and the design screens, and as well as the entire code what we have done. Style guide will be there, and basically it is having everything what we are doing here. But the score is not showing. Okay, so score will show. So score is not showing. I think you are in the we have seen the situation like where we are losing continuous games. So if score is 0 and we are losing games, then score will not go in negative. That is what is happening here. So score is definitely changing to 1. Let us play this game again. I hope that I will I've been okay. Okay, so we played the game another time, and see score is changed from 1 to 2. So score is changing. It's just that when it is already 0 and you lost a game, and it will not go take the score to -1. So guys, try to ask as many questions as possible. Don't leave this session with questions with you. Feel free to leave it in chat. Definitely, I'm going to pick it up and try to answer as much as I can. Okay. So I hope the I just stopped the screen sharing from my side. So that's all for the session on the live coding, and now we are going to have a quiz. So yes, Yashank, shall we start?
Definitely. First of all, thank you, Qayyum, for this wonderful session. And I hope that it was quite useful to every one of you. So I'll be sharing the instructions that you need to follow for the quiz. In the meanwhile, if you guys haven't filled the feedback form yet, please do it. The link is available in the chat. So it's going to be a quick quiz. Okay. I'll be sharing my screen, and after that, there will be a game pin that you need to enter. You can visit the Kahoot.it part. You can access it either with your mobile phones or your laptops. So you need to visit Kahoot.it. Just a moment. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Yashank, it is visible.
Okay. And while joining, make sure that you put your AlmaBetter's registered email ID as nickname. Or you can also put community ID, because at the end we will be distributing some prizes. So it will be better if we can track that. No worries, you can put your community username. Oh, well, there's someone named AlmaBetter. Don't worry, जितना भी आता है अभी उतना टाइप कर दूंगा. लास्ट में फिर रिवॉर्ड भी इधर ही आएगा AlmaBetter पे. Game pin is displaying on the screen 5226281. Okay, I'll just wait for one more minute. If anyone wants to join, please join fast. Okay, then let's start. What does the abbreviation HTML stand for? We have these options available here. Nice, most of you got it correct. the correct sequence of HTML tags starting web pages. So Ganesh is on the top now. Which character represents the closing of a tag in HTML? Okay. How to insert an image in HTML? Well, Prakil, you need to select the option that is there on your screen. Oh, CSS stands for? Simple question. The CSS property used to control the elements, font sizes. Most of you are correct in this one. Oh, nice. The competition is getting tougher. The CSS property used to make the text bold is okay. Six correct in a row. Wow. Which one of the following operators return false if both values are equal? Only two were correct this time. Okay, so now the second last question. Be prompt with your responses. Which of the following is the correct way to write a comment in JavaScript code? That's nice. Okay, so now the final question. The function and var are known as oh, that was that tricky. Let's see who is the winner now. Congratulations, Sakina Sayyed. So we can share your email IDs here in the chat so that we are also keeping a track of it. So the first
Congratulations to all the winners.
Tapash, which ID is yours, Frank Media or Rosine? Okay, Frank Freeman. Okay. Okay, so the price distribution is will be like the first position gets 1500, the second 1000 rupees, and third position gets 500. So we will be distributing the rewards over next week, and we'll be connecting with you over community for that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the quiz, and if in case like you felt these topics are like quite a lot this time, so they all don't worry about that. All that would be covered in the front end module that will be coming up. Okay.
Thank you so much for taking the quiz, Yashank.
Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. And we'll be having a lot of community sessions simultaneously. Like we have a lot of things planned for you guys. So stay active on community. And thank you for attending the session. So I'll be wrapping up with the session now. I hope all the email IDs for all winners has been collected, right? Okay then.